Kane is in the building.
Thank you all for tuning in with me. This is the grand premiere of the TBEAS Talk Show. And I'm your girl, Ebony J, the queen commentator. And right here at the TBEAS Show, we're here to talk about nothing but sports, and more sports. We're here to advocate for our youth sports. So we got to give them a platform so they can shine. And we all know some of them other media outlets, they're not giving enough. And I got you right here at the TBEAS Talk Show. I know exactly what y'all want, so I'm going to give it to you. We can get started right now with the middle school highlights. Coming from Max Preps, we're talking about the 3A Region 3 League. So we're going to talk about some of the standings for the schools right here in Chatham County. First up, we have Beach, who's number 1 in the league. Their overall is 16-1, and in the region they're 7-0. Johnson, who's second, their overall is 11-3, and in the region they're 7-1. Jenkins, who's next, or third in the league, they're 10-6 overall, and in the region they're 7-1. Islands, they're 8-9 overall. In their region they're 5-3. Windsor Forest, they're 5-14 overall. In the region they're 3-6. Savannah High, they're 4-13 overall, and they're 2-6 in the region. Southeast Bullock, they're 5-10 overall, and then they're 2-7 in the region. And Groves, last but not least, they're 0-15 overall and 0-10 in the region. Now let's just talk about some of the stat categories, some of the stat leaders. We're going to talk about scoring. Number 1 for scoring, or number 1 in scoring right here in Chatham County, we have Samariana Williams. A lot of you may know her as Bubbles. She averages 18.4 points a game. We got Elizabeth Searson, she's second. She averages 14.5 points a game. Then we have Zanaya Seeley. She averages 13.0 points a game. Fourth as a leader, we have Jemiah Cutter. She averages 12.2 points a game. Then we have Jada Johnson. She averages 10.7 points a game. Katara Trapio, she averages 10.5 points a game. Shakobia Huey, she averages 9.6 points a game. And then Jabrika Bass, who's number 7, she averages 10 points a game. And then we have Shakobia Huey, who's 8 in the league. She averages 9.6 points a game. Then we have Kiera Gaskins. She averages 9.6 points a game. And then number 10 is Jasmine Thompson. She averages 9.4 points a game. Not bad, you guys. I just decided to give y'all the top 10 of the leading scorers. And so moving right along, we actually want to go to, let's talk about double-doubles, because double-doubles is important. It's not always about just scoring and getting all the points. What can you do in any of the other elements of the game? So let's talk about double-doubles before we move along. In double-doubles, number 1, we have Jada Johnson. She has 5 double-doubles so far. Jabrika Bass, number 2, she has 4 double-doubles. Katara Trapio, she has 4 double-doubles. Diamond Garvin, she has 3 double-doubles. Kiera Gaskins, she has 2 double-doubles. Jasmine Thompson is in 6th place with 2 double-doubles. Jemiah Cutter is in 7th place with 2 double-doubles. Mariana Page is in 8th with 1 double-double. Martina Stokes is in 9th with 1 double-double. And last, or 10th on our list, is Elizabeth Searson with 1 double-double. And we're talking about the boys in the 3A Region 3 League right here in Chatham County. Number 1, we got Johnson. Their overall is 15-2. They're 8-0 in the region. Jenkins, who's second, they're 14-3 overall, 7-1 in the region. Windsor Forest, 12-7 overall, 6-3 in the region. Islands is overall 9-9, and in the region they're 5-3. Beach is 6-11 overall and 3-4 in the region. Savannah High Boys, they're 5-11 overall and 2-6 in the region. Groves, they're 5-11 overall and they're 2-7 in the region. And Southeast Bullock Boys, oh gosh, they're 0-17 overall and they're 0-9 in the region. But it's okay, like I said, it's all a learning thing. They can come up, right? Okay, so let's talk about the stat leaders in basketball right here in our Chatham County areas. First up, we got Trey Mays. He's number 1 for our overall scoring. He scores or averages 23.3 points a game, which he only played, they said games played 3. Okay, Shamar Jones, he's second. He averages 20 points a game. Amanze Ngumezi, he's 3rd overall in stats leading here. He scores 15.9 points a game. Derek Edwards, he's 4th, averages 15.4 points a game. Matthew Sams, he averages 13.3 points a game. Ryan Swanson, he averages 11.8 points a game. At number 7, we have Benjamin Mitchell, who averages 11.4 points a game. Anthony Williams, he averages 11.3 points a game. Shamar Norman averages 10.9 points a game. And at number 10, Lamont Page averages 10.6 points a game. Not bad. And once again, I'm just giving y'all the top 10. There are more, but I wanted to stop at 10. And so now, once again, let's head on to the double-doubles, because we do realize that doubles are very important. And so at number 1, we have Amanze Ngumezi. He has 9 double-doubles from Johnson. Number 2, we have Elite Bowles. He had 3 double-doubles. DeAndre Frazier, 2 double-doubles. At number 4, we have Jalen DeLoach with 1 double-double. 5 is Elavian Bowles with 1 double-double. Tyler Bailey, 1 double-double. Number 7, Jawan Davis with 1 double-double. Now at number 8, Jaquan Kears, he has 1 double-double. Donovan Lewis, who's number 9, he has 1 double-double. And then at number 10, we have Zimbabwe Fields with 1 double-double. TCU point guard Jalen Fisher had surgery Thursday to repair a meniscus tear in his right knee, and he will miss the rest of the season. And now, get this, Fisher got hurt Tuesday, the second time in less than 6 months. He injured a knee in practice, and then he had surgery after a meniscus tear in his left knee in early August. So basically, this man tore both of his meniscuses, how would you say it if it's two meniscuses? But yes, he tore both. So what I want to know, just answer, give me your honest opinions. You can comment below. When you got athletes out there that go through 2-3 surgeries, are they done? Like, should they still continue to go back and give it their all? Are they going to be the same player? And are there any success stories out there with people who have undergone 2-3 surgeries on one knee or on both knees and still came back and were the same player? Just let me know, but just comment below, because I thought that this was an interesting topic. Did you guys know that Ewing was the coach of Georgetown? Well, I didn't know. But basically right here it says, #1 Villanova leads by 44, beats Ewing's Georgetown 88-56. And it says, after watching Villanova make three-pointer after three-pointer and build a hard-to-fathom lead 20, then 30, eventually all the way up to 44, Georgetown coach Patrick Ewing did not want to offer any sort of assessment about what this game indicates about his team's status in relation to the #1 Wildcats. I just wanted to talk about that. I guess it's like, okay, we got Patrick Ewing, he's a coach. You know what I mean? We know who Patrick Ewing was for us in the pros, so it's like, okay, what's going on with your team out there? Young team? I don't know, but I just thought I wanted to talk about that at college sports. Moving along to the question of the day. So basically, would you prefer an athlete to finish college and graduate before entering the pros? What matters most in this situation? We've had a lot of instances where we noticed that college athletes, they'll play 1, maybe 2 years, and then they get drafted into the pros. So we want to know, I want you to comment, what do you think is more important? Should they finish their years out in college to get that education and then move along to the pros? What is it about it? Is it that if they don't go ahead and take that opportunity when they can, then they won't have the same opportunity to make it in the pros if they go ahead and stay? Well, I'm going to answer the question first. I think that they should go ahead and finish their years out in college to get that education and then go ahead and move on to that next level. So what's your thoughts on that? I told you we got you, right? Right here, we're also going to give you a word of the day. So each and every show, I'm just going to pull open a dictionary and I'm going to just start searching words that I've never heard of, because you know what? We want to challenge you all, not just the student athletes, but even parents, coaches, fans, anybody that just feel like, you know what, there's nothing wrong with increasing your vocabulary vault. So we're going to just pull open a dictionary. We're going to find words. I'm going to give you the definition of it. So just something that'll give our kids or our student athletes to be encouraged about, because there's nothing wrong with being able to articulate, speak well when they're in front of people, whenever they're in front of the camera, or just anything, and feel confident about being able to hold a conversation with someone. So I'm going to start with the A's, and like I said, each episode we're going to give you a new word. So what I found, because I've never even heard of this, is the word austere. And it basically says stern in manner or appearance. A lot of you may already know what this word means, and for those of you who don't know, now you have a new word in your vocabulary vault, and it's called austere, and again it means stern in manner or appearance. Example sentence, it says, my father was a silent, austere man, very strict with us. So have a conversation and use the word austere because it means stern in manner or appearance. And in professional sports, and we're talking basketball here, according to Complex, LeBron James offers Shaq's son advice after missing McDonald's All-American selection. So, I'm sure plenty of you who play basketball, who's played basketball, knows about the McDonald's All-American team. So basically, if you make that team, you almost got a seat in any D1 college, and pros is next for you. But in this situation, Shaq, and everybody know who Shaq is, right? Shaq's son didn't make the team, and he was quite disappointed on it, and he ran it on Twitter about the situation. Well, apparently on Tuesday, the 2018 McDonald's All-Americans were named, and while Sharif, that's Shaq's son, did receive a nomination for the team, he wasn't ultimately selected to the squad. He was obviously very disappointed about it and let it be known on Twitter, which I just said that. But rather than simply allowing himself to be disappointed about it, LeBron encouraged Sharif to look at his McDonald's All-American snub as motivation. LeBron devoted an entire Instagram post to Sharif on Wednesday morning. So while missing out on the chance to make the McDonald's All-American game obviously sucks, it's not the end of the world for Sharif. The 6'9" school star is slated to attend Arizona next season before testing out his NBA dreams. So basically I chose this because I wanted to be able to encourage a lot of our student athletes, our very own right here in the community, that, it's okay to aim high. I know a lot of you got dreams to make it to a D1 college and then maybe pros. But sometimes it just do not work out the way that you want. You get hit with reality about some of these leagues, some of these teams. It just does not go the way that you expected it to go. And then sometimes life happens and gets in the way. But don't get discouraged by it. So if you don't make that All-American team, if you don't make the McDonald's All-American team, it doesn't mean the end of the world for you. It doesn't mean that you can't make it to a D1 college. It doesn't mean that you can't make it to the pros. Hey, Jordan got cut, right? And look, yeah, exactly. So all I'm saying is that don't get discouraged by your situation. Just keep working hard for it. But don't beat yourself up if you don't make an all-star team, or if you didn't get MVP on your team and you wanted to get MVP because you thought that meant a status for you. It doesn't always mean that it's the end of your career. There's still other ways you can get to where you're trying to go. I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. This was the first show. I hope that you all got something out of this. I hope that it was informative for you. We have so much in store for you. Next week, we'll probably have a guest on the show, so we're looking forward to that as well too. But I thank you all for tuning in. We'll be here every Friday right here, the same time, 8 p.m.-ish, and we'll start on time. But I thank you for tuning in. Till next week.